Have you ever experienced this feeling? A whole day busy with all sorts of tasks, the phone ringing continuously, the coffee cup refilled for the sixth time. But by 6 p.m., looking back, nothing truly important has been accomplished. That used to be my story. Not only procrastinating, I was the king of procrastination. The to-do list was full of good intentions forgotten, personal projects gathering dust, and my teammates at work began to realize that I was running out of energy. I felt like I was caught in a whirlpool with no way out. The more work I had, the less I was able to accomplish. Immersed in fake work, I rushed towards the brink of exhaustion. My work declined. My health deteriorated, and worst of all, my joy of living gradually disappeared. But then everything changed. I accidentally discovered 10 simple tips that sound counterintuitive, but helped me completely turn my work system around. This is not about grinding or working to exhaustion, but about working smarter. In this video, I will share with you exactly the 10 techniques that helped me dramatically boost productivity, both in work and personal life. And especially, tip number 7 is the key that helped me break the vicious cycle of perfectionism. My journey began with a real crisis. The big project was due, and I was the bottleneck of the whole team. That night, I realized I couldn't just try harder. I needed a completely new system. The first tip is extremely simple. Plan each day. The next morning, instead of rushing to check emails, I take a pen and paper and write down everything in my head. Work tasks, household chores, worries. From that mess, I choose exactly the 3 most important tasks of the day. Not 10, not 20, just 3 tasks. This small action gave me a clear roadmap, erased the feeling of what should I do next, and helped me start the day more easily. Tip number 2, break down big projects into manageable goals. Big goals like launch a new campaign are actually a whole universe of millions of small tasks. I break it down into short steps. Think of an ad headline in 15 minutes. Make a slide for the presentation. Send an email to ask Sarah about the data. Suddenly, the huge mountain turns into small hills that are easy to climb. And every time I complete a small task, I gain more motivation to keep going. Tip number 3, the Pomodoro Technique. I had plans and small tasks, but focus was still a big problem. Phones, emails, all kinds of distractions always pulled me away. Pomodoro sounds scientific, but is actually very simple. Work focused for 25 minutes, then rest for 5 minutes. After 4 cycles, take a longer break. At first, I was skeptical, feeling forced, but it completely changed the way I work. During those 25 minutes, I allow myself to ignore everything and focus on just one thing. This method retrains my ability to concentrate, and the breaks help me avoid burnout. The first 3 tips helped me start regaining productivity, but I still had to struggle with bad habits and psychological barriers. The next 3 tips focus on hacking your own brain. Tip number 4, take active breaks. At first, I used the 5-minute break to scroll on my phone, but that was a trap. In fact, you are not resting, just switching to another type of distraction. A real break means moving, standing up, stretching, walking around, getting water. These small movements help blood flow to the brain, reduce fatigue, and truly increase energy. I even encouraged the whole team to do it together, and the result was that everyone felt healthier and worked more efficiently. Tip number 5, change your workspace. The brain gets bored easily and always needs novelty. Working in the same place all the time makes you sluggish. I started making changes. occasionally working at a cafe, or simply moving to a different room. Some days, just rearranging the desk is enough to create new inspiration. This change stimulates the brain to release dopamine, a neurotransmitter that motivates, helping me be more creative and focused. Tip number 6, let go of perfectionism. This is the biggest monster I have to face. There are times when I spend hours just fixing one sentence in an email or adjusting a slide that was already fine. My solution is to set a hard limit with the Pomodoro timer. When time is up, I have to stop and move on to something else. I keep repeating the mantra, progress, not perfection. The whole team also started sharing unfinished versions to get feedback together, which made the work faster and collaboration more effective. If you find yourself also buried by these issues, don't forget to subscribe to my free newsletter. One practical tip each week, sent on Tuesdays. The link is in the description below. Now, let's continue, because the next tip will help you turn personal change into collective strength. When I personally became a productivity machine, the next challenge was to apply these principles to the entire team. Tip number 7, reward yourself and acknowledge achievements. I start with small rewards for myself. A good cup of coffee, a walk after completing a difficult task. This helps the brain associate effort with positive feelings. Then, I apply this to the whole team, creating a recognition channel on Slack where everyone can send thanks to each other. Being recognized, even in a simple way, is a huge motivation for everyone. Tip number 8, empower autonomy and flexibility. No one works best when overly controlled. Many studies show that when people are allowed to decide how and when to work, they become much more creative and efficient. I stopped micromanaging, only setting goals and deadlines, and fully trusted the team. At first I was worried, but the results were great. Everyone became more proactive and responsible in their work. The last 3 tips are the solid foundation for all of the above. Without them, all other efforts will quickly collapse. Tip number 9, harness the power of the subconscious. It sounds mystical, but it's actually very simple. Every morning, I spend 2 minutes closing my eyes and imagining a smooth workday, completing the 3 most important tasks. This is not magic, but a way to program the brain to focus on goals, proactively find solutions, and maintain a positive pace. Some people like to keep a journal, others use positive affirmations. The tool doesn't matter. What matters is that you actively steer your mind in the right direction. Tip number 10, prioritize sleep and health. This is the most important tip. For many years, I considered sleep a luxury, cutting it short to do more without realizing I was destroying my most valuable resource. A 2025 survey by the National Sleep Foundation showed that people with poor sleep health are 2.5 times less effective at work. The Global Brain Health Council recommends adults sleep 7 to 8 hours each day. When I started getting enough sleep, everything changed. Focus, mood, and decision-making ability all soared. All the tips above became twice as effective. You cannot manage time if you do not manage your energy. Sleep is the foundation of all productivity. That is my journey. From an exhausted procrastination king to someone who has control over work and life. There is no magic, just a combination of 10 simple but extremely effective tips. Starting with daily planning, breaking down big goals, training focus, taking active breaks, refreshing the space, letting go of perfectionism, acknowledging achievements, trusting the team, setting mental direction, and finally taking care of sleep. These changes not only help me work more efficiently, but also bring balance, less stress, and more energy to my family and myself. The goal is not to do more, but to do things that truly matter. What about you? Among these 10 tips, which one will you try first? Leave a comment below. I will read every response. If you find this video helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel to receive more tips to help you build a more productive and fulfilling life. Don't forget to watch the video next to it about the Ivy Lee method, a new level in daily planning. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.